What's up, y'all? I'm your girl E, and welcome back to my channel, Vibing with E. Where over here, the vibes are always what? Good. Now, if you read the description down below, I'm pretty sure y'all know that today I'm hitting y'all up with yet another story time. Now, if this is y'all first time seeing me, what's up? I'm E. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment down y'all 2 cents down below, subscribe, and share. Get your girl flowing on this algorithm, y'all. Now, like I said, I'm hitting y'all up with a story time. I'm not pretty sure what I'm going to name this yet, but if you're watching this story, then you know what the story time is called. Now, let me get into the story. Now, before I get too deep into the story, let me go ahead and give y'all a little backstory to the story. So, back in the day, a little bit after I got out of high school, well, shoot, right before I graduated high school, the girl found out that she was pregnant. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I found out I was pregnant like 2 weeks before I graduated high school. Once I got out of high school, I ended up eventually moving with my dad in New Jersey. And throughout this whole process, with me moving and all of that, I kept in touch with at least one good friend, one or two good friends that I was real cool with. And of course, my best friend, my bestie to the death of me, at the time, Delusional, she always kept in touch. At the time, Delusional had, was it 1 or 2 kids at the time? Yeah, Delusional had 2 kids by this time. And yeah, so Delusional's youngest child was a little girl, and I was the godmom of her daughter, and she was a godmom for my daughter. So, we both had this thing, we grew up together. We are both best friends. So when we grow up, we're going to have girls, and our daughters are going to be best friends, that type of stuff. So while I was off in New Jersey, I had my daughter while I was out there and everything. And while I was there, I was kind of going through some things, going through like a little depression because I'm in New Jersey, for one. I'm away from my baby father. So if I'm in New Jersey, I'm away from my baby father, something had to go on, and I'm going to tell plenty of story times about that. But, I was just in a sense of kind of depression out there. Like, nobody probably didn't realize or didn't notice it, but I was low-key depressed. I'm out here away from most of the people that I be with all the time, my intermediate family and my friends, and just, out back at home, I was able to, be free and be me. I could, call my friends. They pull up on me, this, that, and the third. But now I'm out here in Jersey. It's like my cousins and stuff, they either working or at school all day. My aunt and my uncle, they gone all day. My dad and my stepmom, everybody's gone. So while I'm here in Jersey or whatever, most of the time it was just me and my baby. And it was like I was homesick. So a lot of the times, if I wanted to know, anything that was going on back home, Delusional would call me and give me all the scoop of everything that was going on back home. So I'm in New Jersey for a little while, like I said, and I had my daughter. So after having my daughter, I think I might have stayed in Jersey. I don't even think I stayed there a whole year because I had my daughter's first birthday party in North Carolina. So I'm pretty sure after my daughter was about 6 or 7 months, I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm ready to go back home. So I did just that. Packed my stuff, me and my baby, we got on the plane and we went straight back to North Carolina. So when I got back to North Carolina, I had a sense of really like, I really wasn't talking to too many people. Hell, I don't even remember calling the Lulu and letting the Lulu know that I was back. To be honest, all I know is when I came back to North Carolina, I was just like, you know what? I got this baby and I can't be slacking. I can't be no lazy person because I'm not just living for myself no more. I'm living for me and my child. Like, I'm doing this for us. So I was like, you know what? I talked to my mom and told her, I wanted to go to college, but, a 4-year college, that won't gonna work for me because I didn't want to be away from my baby. Like if I had to go to a 4-year college, I wanted to go and be in the dorms and, be a college student. But I just felt like with the baby, that's gonna be too much. So I just told my mom I'll go and get myself into the local community college and find me a job and we could go from there. I just had the mindset of you got a baby now, you got to grow up, get on your grind, do what you got to do, get out your mama house, be a woman basically. So with all this going on, like I said, I really wasn't chilling with no friends at the time or nothing. Like it was a lot of the times where I was really just sitting around the house chilling, and my mom's boyfriend would always ask me like, "You don't want to go out? You just want to stay in the house, just cooped up all the time?" And I'm just like, ain't nothing out there. I guess for me or whatever. Me and my baby daddy was on bad terms, so we weren't even talking like that. So, I'm nothing out there for me. I was just going to school and trying to be on the straight and narrow and make sure my baby was straight. That was my main goal when I first moved back to North Carolina. So one day I'm on Facebook. Yeah, it was Facebook. By this time I made a Facebook page. Facebook was popping at this point. No longer MySpace. I think my MySpace might have been deleted at this time. But yeah, so I'm on Facebook one day and I get a DM. And I go and check my messages and it's my friend Delusional or Delulu. So Delulu hit me up and she like, "Hey babe, I seen your pictures and I seen you saying that you back down here in North Carolina. We need to hang out." She was like, "I miss my friend. I ain't seen you in a while. You ain't even came to see your god baby since you been back. I haven't seen, my god baby. Come see me." So I'm like, okay, cool. So I give Delulu my number so she could call me. So Delusional calls me and we just talking and we just chopping it up. And I'm just, telling her what I've been up to, what's been going on. Yeah, I'm in school and, I'm trying to get life together. I'm trying to do some things or whatever. And she's just telling me how, she got her own place. And most of the time she was like, her son is with her grandma a lot of the time. So a lot of the times it's just her and her daughter there. So I'm like, oh, okay. And she was like, you should come over and spend the night one night. We could have a girl, I'm getting so tongue tired or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so she was like, yeah, you should come over and spend the night. Let's do a little weekend. Let's have a girls' weekend. So when she said it, I'm like, you know what? That'll be good. The best friends together with the babies, like, that'll be cool. So I'm just like, yeah, I need this time. Like, I really, like I said, I ain't been hanging around no friends, no nothing. Like, it's just really been me and my baby. So I was like, yeah, let me get us out the house and let me go see my friend. But before I do that, I just had to ask, so friend, you and your baby daddy still together? Your baby daddy still stay with you? And she was like, girl, yeah, but he ain't gonna be here. He probably gonna be gone with his cousins or something because he get drunk and be gone all night anyway. And don't come home until early in the morning or a day or two later or whatever. So I'm just like, what? And she was just like, yeah, girl, don't even ask. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm just like, well, I'm gonna just tell you this because I knew the history of her and her baby daddy, and that ain't nobody I wanted around my kid. So I was just like, look, I'll come over. I'll spend the weekend with you. We can have a great time. I don't mind. We could, bake cookies and do all of this with the girls. So I'm fine with that. Like, yeah. I was like, but look, if old boy gonna be over there, just let me know. I won't spend the night. I'll come over, but I'm not gonna spend the night. So she was like, girl, you ain't gotta worry about him. He not coming. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we set up the date, and which was gonna be that weekend, that Friday. So I was like, well, I probably have class. I think I had class that day. And I told her, so after class, I'll go home, I'll get the baby together or whatever, and I'll be on my way. I'll call you and let you know. It'll probably be sometime after 4. So she was like, okay, that's cool. So the day comes and I call my little dude or whatever. Some little dude I was talking to, y'all, and I got some story times with this man. So I called my little dude or whatever and basically told him, what I was doing for the day and that all that weekend, if he was looking for me or if he wanted to hit me up or whatever, me and my baby would be over at Delusional's house. So he was like, okay. So he was like, well, what you doing before you go over there? And I was like, nothing. I'm at home right now, getting our stuff together. So he was like, okay, cool. He was like, well, shoot, I want to see you before you go. I'll come pick you and the baby up, and we can go get something to eat, and then I'll drop you off at Delusional House if that's cool with you. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Then I ain't gotta bug my mom about dropping me off nowhere. So yeah, that'll be cool. So I let my mom know, me and the baby, we gonna be gone the weekend, so you ain't gotta worry about us. You and your boyfriend, y'all got a free house this weekend. So she was like, okay, cool. She was like, now she ain't gonna have that boy over there, is she? And my mama knew about it. My mama knew the craziness. Like, I used to tell my mother everything, y'all. So she was like, yeah, she ain't gonna have that boy over there because I ain't got time because I get suited and booted over mine. So I'm just like, Mom, you ain't gotta worry about it. She said he not gonna be there. Her son's not even gonna be there. So, we ain't got nothing to worry about. So she was like, okay. She was like, well, if you need me or whatever, just call me and let me know. And I'll be on the way. She was like, you need me to take you? And I'm like, no, I don't need you to take me. My little homeboy or whatever, he gonna drop me off. So she was like, okay, cool. She was like, well, when you get ready to go, when you get ready to leave and come back home, then I'll just come pick y'all up. Just let me know, whatever, whichever day y'all want to come back, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, and I'll just come pick y'all up. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get me and Bebe's little stuff together, and old boy comes and pick us up. We go out and get us something to eat, probably from Wendy's or McDonald's or something like that. And I head over to the Lulu's house. So when we get to pull up to the apartments or whatever, I'm just gonna call him old boy for right now, the guy that dropped us off. So old boy opens the door for me. He was a gentleman with me, y'all, but he was crazy. Old boy goes to the door, opens the car door, lets me out, goes to the back, gets my daughter out, take her out with the car seat, walks her in the house, tells me don't grab nothing. He comes back out, get all his bags and stuff, and take him into Lulu's house. So I'm going into Lulu's house, I'm walking in with him, and she's just looking like, oh, okay, friend. And I'm just like, girl, shut up. So old boy brings the bags in. Like I said, he had took my daughter in first and set her down, and the Lulu was taking her out of the car seat, and he was bringing our bags in and bringing them in the house or whatever. So he brought the stuff in the house, and he was like, "Is everything or whatever?" I think I got everything. So I'm looking, and I'm like, "Yeah, let me make sure I got the baby bag, and I got her bottles, I got this, I got that." So I'm like, "Yeah, everything good. You got everything." So he was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, if you need me to come get you, I'll come get you and take you home or whatever." And I was just, letting him know, no, you ain't got to worry about that. My mom already said she was going to pick us up. So he was like, okay. He was like, well, if I ain't doing nothing later, I'll come back and chill with y'all or maybe come back over tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, cool. And Delusional was like, yeah, that's cool. My baby daddy ain't going to be here no way. So yeah, you can pull up. So old boy gives me a hug, gives me a kiss, and he's on his way. So once old boy leaves, Delusional was like, y'all looking real family. Like, I like that, friend. Y'all looking like a little family. And I'm like, girl, not even. So she was like, what? She was like, y'all look so cute together. And I'm like, no, it ain't like, it's like that, but it's not like that. So she was like, child. So I'm taking my daughter, so she took my daughter out the car seat and was holding her or whatever. And I happened to look, and her daughter was laying on the sofa asleep. So I'm like, oh, look at that baby, she getting big or whatever. She was like, yeah, she need to get her tail up because she thinks she gonna be up all night running around. She wrong. So I'm like, oh my God. So I go and pick her daughter up, and when I pick her daughter up, she instantly wakes up and she looking around like looking at and looks at me like, Papa, who this woman? so, so I'm just looking at the baby holding her, and me and Delusional just laughing because she's just staring at me and looking around like, I don't know these damn people. So Delusional was like, stop looking like that. Stop looking like that. You know your auntie. You know your auntie. You was up under her all the time before she moved away. When I had you, that's who got you to get quiet and go to sleep. She laid you on them big old boobs and rocked you back and forth all night, and you would go to sleep, child. You better act like you know your auntie. So we just in there laughing, whatever. So baby wipes her eyes, and she trying to wake up. She was real young. I'm trying to think. Was her daughter? I think her daughter might have been one by that time. She might have at least been one. I know my daughter was young. We had babies, y'all. So we just sitting there catching up, laughing, watching the little girls play with each other and all types of stuff. So I'm just catching up with my friend, and she telling me all the hood ish that's been going on and who going with who done stole who baby daddy, who done flattened who tires, and all types of stuff. So we just in there chopping it up, having a good time. So later on in that day, Delusional decides to bake some cookies. So she bakes cookies, and like I said, we just sitting there watching movies, eating cookies, and chilling with the babies. And so while we sitting there chilling, I just asked the Lulu like, "So where your man at? Why he don't be coming home?" And y'all was just so random with it. Like I always do that, and I don't know why. It's just when I think something, I'm just gonna say it. Hold it in for what? So, well, with my friends anyway, or with people that I know, because for real, y'all, I can sit on this camera and talk, laugh, jump up and down all day long, but I am a shy person until I actually get to know you. So I'm just asking her like, so when your man, why he don't be coming home? What y'all got going on now? And she was just like, nothing. It's just, girl, now he just be wanting to drink all the time. All he want to do is be with them no good cousins of his, and he'll come here late at night with his friends, and they'll be all in here drunk and loud, and then he want to argue with me, and then I'll be calling his mama telling her to come get him, and she keep trying to push him on me like, nah, he love you, y'all need to be together, you a good woman for him. And she like, no, take your son, take him home. But she keep pushing him off on me, so I'm like, child, if you really don't want him in your house, you can put him out. Like, okay, he ain't on the lease, so put him out. And she was just like, girl, he'll beat my door in. And you know that ninja crazy. And I'm just like, yeah, he is. So she was just like, yeah, but we ain't even got to, girl, we ain't even got to talk about him. We ain't even got to worry about him. Like I said, he not coming here. And that's that on that. So I'm like, okay, friend. So we just sitting there chilling. My friend even pulled out some little wine coolers. We in there thinking we grown. We grown, but we ain't grown. We in there thinking we grown. We grown women now. So we in there drinking us some little wine coolers, and like I said, watching the babies play and just talking and just vibing out. So it's starting to get late later on in the night, and we still watching TV and stuff. But I'm starting to get sleepy, and I'm sitting on the sofa just yawning and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm getting a little tired. So my friend was like, oh, Delusional was just like, oh, girl, I forgot to take y'all bags upstairs and show y'all what room y'all sleeping in, because she was like, girl, I forgot. She was like, you can sleep in my son's room because it's a big bed in there. She said, my daughter's room, it got the crib in there. She was like, but y'all can sleep in my son's room. You know, he ain't here no way. So I was like, okay, cool. She was like, I put new sheets and everything on before y'all came. And she's like, matter of fact, let me get y'all stuff. I'm going to take y'all stuff upstairs. You want to come up here with me? So I was like, yeah. So I'll grab both of the girls while she grab our stuff, and we all go upstairs. And she just showing me around in her apartment and stuff. And I'm low-key like proud of my friend, because I'm like, okay, boo, you done got out on your own and got your own place. You had a nice apartment, and it was nice. And she had a 3 bedroom. So I'm like, okay, friend, okay, you doing it. So she like, girl, I'm trying, but I was really proud of my friend or whatever. So she just shows me around and put our stuff down, and we come back downstairs. So as we downstairs just chilling, Delusional gets on her computer. So she's on her computer just scrolling, looking at stuff. Like, I'm not really paying her no mind or whatever. I'm probably sitting back on the couch on my phone texting oh boy who had dropped me off earlier. So I'm texting or whatever, just back and forth, just seeing what he doing. He asked me what I'm doing, and just a bunch of random stuff. So Delusional, like I said, is sitting on his computer doing whatever she's doing, and then all of a sudden she yells, oh my God, there he go. Ooh, child, there he goes. So I'm like, oh girl. And she like, come here, child, come here, let me show you. So I'm like, what? And when I go over there and look, why Delusional got a picture of this guy's mugshot up on her screen? And I'm like, girl, what are you looking at? And she was like, girl, you remember that boy? I had named him something else. I'm gonna just give him a random name. You remember that boy Taquan I used to talk to? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, girl, he done got locked up. I'm over here looking on the prison website, girl, and I done pulled his picture up. She was like, oh, that thing looks sexy even in jail. Oh, he looks so good. And I'm just looking at the picture like, sexy well. She's like, girl, don't do that. You see him, he is cute. Oh, he looks so good. Oh, I can't wait for him to come home. Because, when he come home, he gon' yeah, I'm going, yeah. So I'm just like, don't you got a baby dad? Don't your baby daddy stay here with you? She said, girl, ain't nobody think about him. So I'm just like, you are wild. She like, girl, ain't nobody think about him. Didn't I just tell you he be drunk all the time? He barely come home. I ain't think about him. I'm trying to put him out. So I'm just like, Lord. So she like, yeah, but she was like, yes, when Taquan get home, ooh, I can't wait. So I'm like, girl, how long he got? 72 months? I'm like, 72 months? Girl. so I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna see him for a good while. So she was like, I don't care. When he get back, when he get out, I can't wait to see him. I can't wait. So I'm just like, okay. So she like, yeah, let me look up this other dude. So we just laughing and she looking up other guys and stuff. Like, Delusional was always the type that would be talking to some prison dudes. Like, and it would be crazy. And I just always wondered, like, how in the world, like, some guys that Delusional would meet would be from jail. And I honestly believe she was on some PayPal type stuff, or I don't know. And I remember one time Delusional told me that her and my homegirl China, when we were younger, probably in high school, or they would be at this gas station in our city, right? And this was back when we had payphones outside the stores and stuff, right? So she said they would sit outside the payphones waiting for the phone to ring because guys from prison will be calling that payphone. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, the jail guys will be calling the phone and we'll just be out there on the payphone talking to them for a long time. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. It's been times that Delusional that showed me pictures of her with guys that she talked to in they jail pictures. Like, she went to visit them and they taking pictures at jail. And I'm like, girl, how did you meet him? Or such and such. Or she would just tell, like, it was just crazy, y'all. I'm gonna just have to do some story times. But yes, it was just crazy. So yeah, Delusional was one of those pen pal lovers, jailhouse lovers, I guess. No shade. Do what you do. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But yeah, I couldn't get down with it. So she told me that, and I'm just like, girl, you don't be scared. And she was like, no, I don't be scared. Most of them, I be knowing them anyway, and they done got locked up for a while or whatever, this, that, and third. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, do you, friend. So like I said, I started getting tired. My baby was dozing off too at the same time. So I was just like, yeah, friend, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up for the night and I'm gonna go to bed. And she was like, all right. She was like, I'm getting a little tired too. Let me get off of here and go to bed myself. So I put my baby down in the bed and she was knocked out. Um, I go and take my shower, put my pajamas on, and I go in the room, get in the bed. Next thing you know, I'm out like a light. So I'm sleeping great. And all of a sudden, I hear a loud bang at the door. Just somebody boom, 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 just bang on the door, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, I'm not gonna say delusional knocking on this door like this. What's going on? So I jump up, think my homegirl in trouble or something. Like I don't know. So I jump up and I snatch the door open. It's Delusional's baby daddy. And I'm going to give baby daddy the name Bum. So Bum is at the door. And he just looking me up and down. And he was like, yeah, Delusional told me you was here. So I got somebody for you downstairs. Come on downstairs with us. And I'm like, no, I'm not coming downstairs with you. I don't want nobody you hang with. So he started laughing and he was like, oh, you think you too good or something? And I was like, no, I don't think I'm too good. But then I said, as a matter of fact, yeah, I am. I'm not finna, no, I don't want nothing that you hang with. So he was like, man, come downstairs. I knew you was here. So I brought this boy here for you. So come on, come downstairs. He want to talk to you. I said, no, sir. I don't want to talk to him. Good night. So I get ready to close the door. And as I get ready to close the door, he put his foot in the door to stop the door from closing. So I'm like, look, Bum, I don't have time for this. Get out the door. My baby is in here asleep. Like, I'm not coming downstairs to chill with y'all, drink with y'all, smoke with y'all, do none of that with y'all. My daughter is here. And he looked in the room past me and like, so? She sleep? I'm like, look, get your ass out of here. So as soon as I say that, Delusional is walking up, coming from out of her room. So I'm thinking to myself, you acting like all of y'all downstairs. Friend is in her room. So she comes out, she like, Bum, what you doing? Leave her alone. And then I'm looking at her like, I thought you said he won't come. So then Bum is like, this my house. So I'm just looking at Delusional like, so she like, leave her alone, Bum. Leave her alone. She in there with her baby. They trying to sleep. And he was like, so I told you I brought my friend over here for her so she could chill. So come downstairs. Don't be rude. Come downstairs and talk to the dude. And I'm like, look, Delusional, you know damn well I don't want nobody that this ninja right here hanging with. So tell him to get his foot out this door so I can go back in this room and go to sleep. So she like, yeah, Bum, get away from her, leave her alone. So they start arguing at the door, back and forth, arguing back and forth. So while they arguing, I'm still, holding the door. So while they arguing, Delusional steps in front of Bum. So then there's Bum is the Lulu, and then on the opposite side of the Lulu is the door. So once the Lulu stands in front of the door to block Bum, he moves his foot. And when he moves his foot, I see Delusional reach her hand into the room, lock the door from the inside, and then close it. So when she does that, I just go and lay back down. But while I'm going and getting in the bed to lay back down, I still hear the Lulu and Bum arguing. So they just arguing back and forth. And she telling him, you shouldn't even came here tonight if you was going to be drunk like that. You going to be drunk and belligerent and acting all crazy. And then bringing these guys over here. You know damn well he don't want to talk to none of them. And you just go downstairs with him and y'all be quiet. So he like, this my damn house or whatever. Tell her to come out. Tell her to come out the room. I brought my homeboy for her. And then I hear her say, I said no. And right after she said that, I heard. And when I heard that slap, it got quiet. And then I didn't hear nothing else. So I'm like, who slapped who? What's going on? But I wasn't even worried about it. I Got in that bed because I didn't hear nothing else. So I'm guessing the Lulu went her way and Bum went his way. So I'm in the bed and I'm just laying there and I'm just like, I don't even want to be here no more. Because this girl told me that this man was not coming here. And I'm like, now I'm feeling uncomfortable. I got my daughter here. He here drunk, acting crazy. Ain't no telling how many ninjas he got downstairs. So I'm getting ready to call my mom so she can come pick me up. So I called my mom's cell phone. And at this time, I know it's probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I called my mom's cell phone one time. She don't answer. I call it again. She don't answer. But this time, I leave a voicemail. And I say, Mom, if you get this, come pick me up. I'm at the Lulu's house. Her baby daddy over here is drunk and acting crazy. Just come pick me up. I don't feel comfortable being here no more. And I hung up. But I ain't get no reply back from that, no phone call or nothing. So I go to sleep. So I wake up the next morning and I'm waking up like the whole house is quiet. But I'm waking up the next morning to boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, who the hell knocking like that? What's going on? So I'm kind of scared, like, I don't know what to do. I'm here with my baby, like, what the hell? So I open the room door and crack the door open and look throughout the hallway, like down towards Delusional's room. No commotion, no movement. And I just hear this banging downstairs. So I'm just like, what the hell going on? So I hear the front door open up and all I hear is boom. Where Erica at? You the motherfucker that was all up in her face trying to talk to her, or you trying to step up in the room on my daughter and her baby, blah say this, blah say that. And I just hear a guy saying, no, it won't me. It won't me. He upstairs. He upstairs with Delusional. So she was like, oh yeah. So then I hear somebody, it was my mom. I hear my mom coming up the steps. She coming. So as I hear her, I go to the bed and grab my baby. So by the time I grab the baby and turn back around, my mom's coming in the door. And she like, yo, you good? You all right? And I'm like, yeah. And when I look at my mom, she got a blicky in her hand. And I'm like, where you get that from? And when I said that, her boyfriend walks up behind her. So I'm like, oh my God. So my mama like, yeah, where Delusional at? And I'm like, in her room down the hallway. So my mom goes, walks in Delusional room. Delusional and Bum is in there asleep. My mother busts up in the room and she was like, yeah, you got ninjas coming over here and acting crazy and irate while my daughter and my grandchild here. You ain't never got to worry about them coming over here no more. So Delusional didn't say nothing at all. She was just a deer in the headlights looking at my mom. The boyfriend, Bum, never even woke up. He's still in the bed, drunk, hungover. So my mom just like, yeah, you ain't got to worry about them coming over here no more because I trusted you. She trusted you. You had my daughter come over here and you told her this ninja won't gonna be here. And then he come here and then it's a mess. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about them no more. So my mom comes back in the room. Where your stuff at? Where your stuff at, E? I'm like, here go my bags over here. She snatched my stuff up. I put my baby in the car seat. My mom's boyfriend grabbed the car seat and they head on out the house. But as they leaving, I goes to Delusional's room because I'm like, let me go down here and at least make sure my friend good. So I walk in the room and I look, and when I look in there, Bum is stretched all over the bed, like I said, drunk and hungover. And Delulu was just sitting there like scared looking, like she in shock. So I just peeked my head in and I'm like, Delulu, I'm gone. And she's like, okay. And I was just like, I'm gonna call you when I get home. I'm gonna call you later on because we need to talk. So she was like, okay. And I just left. Friend ain't say sorry, nothing. I just left. So I get in the car with my mom. We go home, and on the way home, my mom like, I can't believe She had that ninja come over there, this, that, and the third, blase this, blase that. And I'm just like, Ma, I really don't think that she thought he was coming because she kept telling me he won't come in. He was already drunk, hanging with some friends or cousins or whatever. She really did not think he was coming. So my mom was like, that's not the point. That's not the point. He did come. He did come there. And then he tried some mess like that with you? Or try to come in on my grandbaby? Oh no. Oh hell no. And she was like, Erica, I know you grown and this your baby or whatever, but my grandchild is not going back over there. If you want to go over there with the foolishness, with the hood ish, you go over there with the hood antics. But this baby gonna stay here with me. So I'm just like, okay, mom, like, all right. So I get home and I'm just chilling. And I just let a little time go by because I'm like, I'm gonna give delusional a little time, let them get up throughout the day and at least let Bum be gone or whatever. So I can really sit back and talk to my homegirl. So I wait until maybe about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, right? So I text delusional and asked her what she was doing. She was like nothing. So I was like, okay, you good? And she was like, yeah. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna call you. So she was like, okay. I said, can you talk? And she was like, yeah, I can talk. I said, okay, I'm gonna call you. So I called her. And to be honest, y'all, I feel like when I called delusional, I feel like delusional had me on speakerphone, or either, you know how when your phone be loud and if somebody's sitting beside you, like they can hear the whole conversation. I feel like it was one of them instances because her whole demeanor with me when we were talking on the phone was off. It was more so like I was doing all the talking and the Lulu was just listening. She was just, yeah, okay, mm-hmm, all right. So yeah. So when I get on the phone, I talk to her and I'm like, yo, you told me what's his name won't come. And he showed up. Like, what's up with that? And she was just like, I didn't know he was coming, friend. I didn't think he was coming. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But he came. I said, and then all of that happened. And that's just crazy to me. And then I'm like, so when you closed the door and I heard that loud smack, he smacked you? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, so let me ask you something. You think that's love? You think he loved you? You think this man putting his hands on you and coming here drunk, knowing you got a little child yourself, you have kids, and he come here drunk like this, bringing these random guys over, you think that's love? This man ain't got no respect for you or your kids. He don't love you. And the way he act, he don't even love himself. Like, come on, friend. She didn't say nothing. So I was just like, you know what? You really don't have to worry about me coming over there no more. Like, if he gonna be over there and all of that, you still dealing with him, I'm not coming around. Because ain't no telling what could have happened. Like, this guy could have came in the room on me and anything could have happened. He could have sent his friend up there in the room with me, thinking we finna get it in or something. Anything could have happened. And my daughter was there. Your daughter was there. Like, that was not safe. And she was just like, yeah. And I was just like, yeah, so I'm not coming over no more. If you want to hang, we could go out or something, but don't ask me to come to your house no more because that's the last. So she was just like, okay. And I was just like, all right, bye. And I hung up. So after that, I was talking to my mom and telling her about the incident and the whole conversation. And I was just telling her how I felt kind of weird talking to her because I felt like he was sitting there listening the whole time. And she was just like, good. They both need to hear it. He need to hear it and she needed to fucking hear it. I don't care if he was sitting there or not. They both need to hear it. And she was like, because that don't make no damn sense. And she knows she got kids and she got that guy there doing all that crazy mess in front of them kids. That ain't no good example for them. You want a good father figure, it ain't him. So I was just like, Ma, that's her baby daddy. And she like, I don't care. I don't care. She was like, that's just not good. I don't like that. And you and my grandbaby is not going over there no more. Don't ask me to take you over there because you're not. So I'm like, okay, mom, okay. So, and after that, for a good little while, me and Delusional, we didn't talk for a minute. A good while. It was just like, I was just on my grind at the time. Like I said, I was going to school and just trying to get myself together. And I just felt like the people that Delusional will hang with and stuff sometimes, it wasn't no good look. And I was just like, yeah, I don't have time for it. You know, we adults now, we got kids now, we got to start making better decisions. And I just felt like Delusional was still in a kid's world, to be honest. Like, you still think we teenagers, and we not, baby. So I just stopped talking to her. And I was just like, maybe she'll come around, or maybe, one day I'll come around. But as far as after this stuff happened, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to fall back from her. And that's just what I did. Then eventually, years later, we ended up talking, but yeah, that's a whole other story time in itself. So I'm just going to end the story here. Um, Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all liked my story time. Before I leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, run those numbers up, y'all. Put me in this algorithm. Get your girl together. Come on. I'm trying to build this vibe tribe. So yeah, make it do what it do for you, girl. And like always, y'all, don't forget, follow me on all my socials. I will have those down below as well. And another thing, what I always say, always stay positive, stay chill, and always stay you. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.